A todos. Hoy vamos a hablar del imperativo formal, las formas imperativas de usted y ustedes, afirmativas y negativas. As a general rule, imperatives are in the second person. You're telling someone else what to do. So in Spanish, that's going to be tú, usted, ustedes, and vosotros. We've already talked about the affirmative form of the tú command. Today we're going to talk about the usted and ustedes commands. There's also a vosotros command, and we don't consider that in the 10th grade. There is also a first person plural command when you talk about what you want to do with the people you're talking to, as in, let's go, let's clean the house, let's have dinner. That's a command that includes you. We don't consider that command in the 10th grade either. Today we're going to talk about usted and ustedes. But first, before we talk about the usted and ustedes command, I want to talk a little bit about la formación de radicales, or the formation of roots or radicals. That is linguistic radicals, not political radicals. Hasta ahora hemos usado dos radicales. So until now we've used two radicals. For the present, the preterite, and the imperfect, we use the radical itself. That is to say, what's left after we take away the infinitive ending. So what does that look like? Here are the big three examples we always use: hablar, comer, and vivir. They are infinitives because they have the AR, ER, and IR ending. And if we're going to conjugate the present, the preterite, or the imperfect, we take away the AR, the ER, or the IR before we start that. And each of those conjugations, as you can see, has the radical in it. For the future and the conditional, we use the infinitive as the radical, or the root. So for the future and for the conditional, we use the entirety of the infinitive, and that's a different root. So, in order to form the usted and ustedes command, we use another radical. This is the radical that we use for the present subjunctive. In the 10th grade, we are going to use this radical only for the imperative forms in usted and ustedes, but as many of you, as the great measure of you, are going on to the International Baccalaureate classes, I'm going to give you the conjugation of the present subjunctive and a video that explains its use as the last thing that we do this year. And you can take a look at that maybe right before school starts in the fall too, because in the first year of the International Baccalaureate, you concentrate on the subjunctive. In this presentation, like I said, we're going to use the new radical that we're learning to form the imperative forms of usted and ustedes. So now let's consider this new radical and form with it the usted and ustedes commands. I can tell you're excited. Totalmente tubular, tío. Pero en serio, seriously. To form the imperative of usted and ustedes for regular verbs, there are 3 steps. Okay? The first and most important step, well, it's not really the most important step, they're all important. We start with the yo form of the present indicative. That is the present tense that we've already learned and that you saw in the examples showing you about the radicals. We take away the O, and then we add the opposite ending. What do I mean by opposite ending? So, the opposite ending. For verbs that are AR, we add E. For ER, we add A. And for IR, we add A. Okay? That's for AR, add E. For ER, add A. And for IR, add A. So notice that ER and IR are the same, la misma terminación. Let's form regular verbs step by step for the usted command. Hablar. Start with the forma de yo, hablo. Quiten la O, take away the O, H-A-B-L, H-A-B-L. Agreguen la terminación opuesta, hable. So hablar is an AR verb, and we added an E. That tells the person who's listening that you're using the usted command form, not the regular third person. Hablar, usted command, hable. Comer, forma de yo, como. Quiten la O, C-O-M. Agreguen la terminación opuesta, a. Right? Start with the yo form, como, take away the O, add the opposite ending. It's an ER verb, so it gets an A. Comer in the usted command is coma. Vivir, forma de yo, vivo. Quiten la O. B de vaca y B de vaca. Agreguen la terminación opuesta, viva. It's an IR verb, so it takes an A. The ER and the IR ending are the same in the usted command, so vivir is viva. Tener, here's where you see what the big deal is about the forma de yo, right? Tener has an irregular yo form, forma de yo tengo, take away the O, T-E-N-G, T-E-N-G, agreguen la terminación opuesta, tenga. It's an ER verb, it takes an A. Tener becomes tenga in the usted command. Traducir, la forma de yo traduzco, o traduzco in Spain, quiten la O, T-R-A-D-U-Z-C, and then agreguen la terminación opuesta, it's an IR verb, it takes an A. So the yo form, drop the O, add the opposite ending. Traducir becomes traduzca. Ahora necesitamos considerar los verbos con cambios ortográficos. ¿Cuáles son los verbos con cambios ortográficos? Which are the verbs that have orthographic changes or spelling changes? Son los verbos en car, gar, y zar, right? The car, gar, zar verbs. As an example, we're going to use tocar, llegar, y memorizar. Si seguimos absolutamente los tres pasos de los verbos regulares, tenemos problemas con la pronunciación de los verbos, right? If we follow the steps absolutely, then we're going to have trouble with pronunciation because Spanish, as a language that has a more or less perfect phonetic spelling, you have to make the orthographic changes for car, gar, y zar. Hagan los siguientes cambios. Make the following changes. Ka to ke, ga to ge, and za to se. Ahora con los verbos. Tocar, toque. Llegar, llegue. Y memorizar, memorice. Ahora necesitamos considerar los verbos con cambios de radical. We have to consider stem-changing verbs. Como ya saben, hay tres cambios de radical. As you already know, there are three stem changes. E to IE, O to UE, and E to I. All right, as examples, we're going to use pensar, dormir, y repetir. Pensar, E to IE stem changer. Right? Start with the yo form, pienso. Yo is inside the characteristically shoe-shaped box, therefore it changes E to IE. Quiten la O, P-I-E-N-S, P-I-E-N-S. 3. Agreguen la terminación opuesta, piense. So watch how the stem change flows through this whole process. It's an AR verb, so it takes an E. Let's emphasize that with a different color. Pensar, piense. Dormir, O-D-U-E, stem changing verb. Forma de yo, duermo. Quiten la O, D-U-E-R-M. Agreguen la terminación opuesta, duerma. Again, we see the stem change flow through the entire process. The yo form is inside the characteristically shoe-shaped box, so we would anticipate that it would have the stem change, and it does. It's an IR verb, so it takes an A ending, emphasizing that with a different color. Dormir, for the usted command, duerma. Repetir, ira I stem changing verb, repito. Forma de yo, repito. Quiten la O, R-E-P-E-I-T. Sorry, I'll say that again. R-E-P-I-T. Agreguen la terminación opuesta, repita. And again, we see the stem change flow through the whole process. The yo form is inside the characteristically shoe-shaped box, so we should anticipate it stem changing. IR verb takes the A ending, emphasizing that with a different color. Okay. Repetir becomes repita. The usted command for repetir, repita. El imperativo de ustedes. Para formar el imperativo de ustedes, agregamos una N al imperativo de usted. So to form the ustedes command, we put an N on the end of the usted command. Fairly easy. Hablar, the usted command is hable. The ustedes command is hablen. Comer, the usted command is coma. The ustedes command is coman. Vivir, usted command is viva. Ustedes command vivan. Tocar, usted command is toque. Ustedes command toquen. Llegar, usted command llegue. Ustedes command lleguen. Memorizar, usted command memorice. Ustedes command memoricen. Pensar, piense is the usted command. Piensen is the ustedes command. Dormir, duerma is the usted command. Duerman is the ustedes command. Repetir, repita is the usted command. So repitan, see if I can say that. Repitan is the ustedes command. La forma negativa. La forma afirmativa, es decir, la forma de sí, y la forma negativa, es decir, la forma de no, son iguales. So the affirmative form and the negative form in the usted and ustedes commands are the same. So hable, the usted command, negatively, no hable. Hablen, the ustedes command, no hablen. Coma, no coma. Coman, the ustedes command, no coman, negative. Viva, no vivan. Toque, no toque. Toquen, no toquen. Llegue, usted command, no llegue, negative usted command. Lleguen, ustedes command, no lleguen, negative command. Memorice, need some extra room here. No memorice. Usted command, negative usted command. Ustedes command, memoricen. No memoricen. Piense, No piense. Piensen, no piensen. Duerma, no duerma. Duerman, no duerman. Repita, no repita. Repitan, no repitan. Fin. Hasta luego y gracias por escuchar clase. Espero que todos les vayan bien.